Alright, unit number 2. Here we go. $40 unit. We paid 40 bucks for this unit, so you can't go wrong. I mean, you know. This particular unit seems to have bigger items. From what I could tell on the online ad on Storage Treasures, it looked like maybe it was a daycare. There was a whole bunch of like kid stuff. So I figured for 40 bucks, how can you go wrong? Even if we get $1 an item, you know what I mean? But we're gonna head down to the facility, take care of the invoice, and we'll get the show on the road. Here we go. Now keep in mind that that beautiful Florida weather might get us again today. I'm hoping not, but I really don't want to get wet again today, but we'll see what happens. We'll try and beat it. I don't think there's a lot on the unit. I think most of the stuff that is in the unit is all bigger stuff, so we'll be able to do a semi-quick video, outline it, dump it on the trailer, and get on our way. Hopefully we'll beat the rain. Wish me luck. Alright, so we got ourselves unit number 2. 40 bucks. We're gonna get into this unit right now. We're gonna go through all the items. We're gonna see more or less what we got, what we don't got. Let's get this done. So right off the bat, if you look at the before, in other words the image that's in the ad, and you look at the actual door sliding, you're gonna realize that it doesn't look right. Let's point it out. Let me show you a couple pictures. And basically what I'm showing you is that what was in the ad isn't what was in the storage unit. Was this the actual facility going through the stuff, or was this previously sold and somebody else basically took the good stuff? I don't know. I brought it up to the facility, but they were like, well, nobody's been in the unit. Now, I think that the actual person I talked to might have believed that, but somebody was in that unit. Let me show you why. Here we go. Now, this particular unit online, there were some things that were moved when I first came into the unit. The little thing that was sitting right here, the little kitchen that's made out of wood, was actually over there, but now it was here. And there was a long table desk that was basically right here. It was basically I'll show you a picture, but it was wood with a black top, and that's not in here. So not entirely sure if the facility took it, not entirely sure if this was sold and people came in, just like in yesterday's unit, they took what they wanted and then basically put them out. Not entirely sure, but ultimately there are items that were missing. For this particular unit, I think it was I think it's a daycare, to be honest with you. There's all kinds of different things we can basically look through. You've got some filing cabinets. That's exactly why I think it was a daycare, as opposed to like just somebody's lamp, you know, in their house. You've got yourself some type of child toy. You've got changing table. We've got the actual racks as far as, you know, the kids and the things that they basically have. So kind of just abroad. We've got a desk. We've got some other things that we can basically look through. The board right here, I figured we could use that for warehouse, but ultimately this is the unit. Like I said, 40 bucks, can't really go wrong. So we're gonna basically look through. I'm gonna swap out cameras and we're gonna move through. Let's get this done. All right, so we're gonna go through the things one by one. We're gonna basically try to identify what they are. Right here, we're gonna basically keep track of what our cost is, where we are, and we're gonna basically put a price to everything. And we're gonna see more or less what this is gonna make us. So let's get this done. First things first, we got ourselves 2 filing cabinets. 1, 2. Each one of these if you actually put them online or you put them on Facebook Marketplace, you're gonna make about maybe $5, $10 each. So right here we got, let's say 5 and 5, so $10. We're down to 30. Now we're going to take a look and see if there's anything inside of it. So first, looks pretty clean. So, and they're actually in pretty good shape. They should sell fairly easily. We should be able to get at least, like I said, $5 each. So let's throw this in the truck and we'll come back for more. Let's go through this one and let's see if there's anything inside of this one. Empty. 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 And empty. You know, sometimes you basically think, I wish these had something in them, but you know what? I'm packing them, I'm putting them on a trailer. I'm happy that they're empty. All right, so coming back in here. I don't like the weather. The weather's not looking very nice today. I hope it passes us, because yeah, I don't need a repeat of yesterday. All right, so we've got a kids wooden kitchen. That right there should fetch at least $5, $10. It's pretty light. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna take it to the truck. We have a shelf. It's got water in it. This particular shelf right here, it seems to have water in it, which is why it's all like beat up and stuff like that. So this will probably just go straight to the dump. So I'm just gonna move it to the side. All right, next we have some kind of a really long, like really long particle board / cork, and it looks like there's 2 of them. So next we've got this right here. It's a really long whiteboard. This, I'd probably say, to the right buyer on Facebook, we might get maybe $5, $10. So let's go on the lower end. Let's say $5. So we started with $40. We have the 2 cabinets. We've got the 2 boards, and we've got this. So right there is where we're at. All right, so we're gonna come in here and look through a couple more things here. So first things first, we've got ourselves a bag. I'm not entirely sure what's in it, but let's take a look. So there's some kind of pillows. Not anything important for this particular thing. Probably be a donation or something. We got ourselves a Safety First kids toy. This particular thing right here, probably throw it on Facebook. Probably get $5 for it, conservatively. All right, next we have changing table. Pretty sturdy. It's a little bit rough. You know, it's been used, you can basically tell, but you know, this is still basically brand new. The wood itself, everything seems to be fairly fine. It just needs to be retightened. Do the same on the bottom. All right. We have then This right here, I'd say we probably get $1 for. That right there, we'll probably end up using it in the warehouse if the rain doesn't get it, if it's still in one piece. But ultimately, we'll basically be able to put that in the warehouse to sort packages and stuff like that. But if we did sell it, let's say $10. This right here is one long shelf that goes on the wall. We'll probably get $5 for that. In addition to, we've got this shelf right here. Once again, just like that one, say $1. We've got that shelf right there, say $2, $3. And then we've got this right here, which we can use as a bookcase. I'm actually probably going to keep this just because it has wheels and it makes it easier to move, but we're going to keep that for the warehouse. We find a lot of books all the time, and so we are always looking for a way to store those books easy so that once I put them on eBay or on Amazon or something along those lines, I can basically go right to the rack, grab the book, drop it in the mail, and move on to the next sale. So that right there will basically improve our process and basically get us out the door quicker. So, you know, something along those lines. In addition, there are 1 and 2. So 2 of the plastic tables. They're smaller, but they will basically, you know, basically get those items when we want to sell them or do a sale or something along those lines. So those basically we'll keep. All right, we got a couple things on the trailer. Now we're going to get a couple more of these big pieces. It's starting to rain outside, so we need to try and get this loaded as quickly as possible so that it doesn't mess up. You know how water is, it's not very cool. But we're gonna try and get this loaded as quickly as we can, see if we can get out of here. And then when I get to the warehouse to unload, we'll continue through. I'll show you the rest of the items that we have, and we'll wrap this baby up. I'll be back. All right, so once again, caught in the rain. Gotta love Florida storms. But we got some of the stuff out. I got it covered. So hopefully it makes it to the warehouse. Hopefully it doesn't get any damage. There were a few of the white wraps that were still sitting there. I didn't want to put them in the back because they're made out of particle board and a little bit of water and they're going to fall apart. So I went ahead and left those in the unit. I'm going to try and come back in the morning and see if I can get those particular pieces out and hopefully get that storage unit complete. So I really questioned why that unit was moved around the way it was. I'm sitting here driving, going on the way to the warehouse to unload this stuff, and I had a conversation with the person who worked there, and she was shocked. But I don't know. I mean, it just a couple of the good things, like that table. It was a lower desk, and I wanted to use that for the packing warehouse, so that's one of the reasons why I bid on the unit, and it wasn't there. I wonder if the previous bidder took it and they just reused the same pictures, or I don't know. Guess I'll never know. But we're driving. Beautiful Florida weather. I really hope that the stuff in the back in the trailer isn't completely ruined, but like I said, it's a $40 unit, so what are you gonna do? Tomorrow we are going to get the pod. It'll be our first pod. It's the first pod I've ever gotten. I don't know what to expect. Some people tell me that pods are good, some people tell me they suck, so we'll see. There's a couple of things in that unit that I really was interested in looking at. One of them is a sword. I've never been on a unit with a sword. I know Jeebus loves them, and so does What the Hales. They are all for them. I think Jeebus likes them a little bit more because he's got a thing for the, you know, and for the swordies and the, you know what I mean. But we'll see where it goes. So tomorrow I'm going to be taking care of that pod, and hopefully we find some good stuff in it. That one was a $90 buy. So like I said, 3 units, $200. So far, the first unit made us about $100 in profit. So technically, if I lose money on this one and I lose some money on tomorrow, we're still kind of even, because we've pretty much made the $200 almost back. Couple things I didn't mention on the last video, so technically we have made the money back, is in the unit there was a bucket, like a 5-gallon jug of water with change in it, and there was about $22 in coins. So didn't get to record it. I actually did record it, but I don't know, it wasn't part of the footage, so I wasn't able to edit it in. But so we basically made about $140 off of yesterday's unit, more or less, when it's all said and done. I also looked up the karaoke machine on eBay. I was estimating it at $5, and if you look right here, they're actually selling for a lot more. So we'll see what we get for it. Technically the first unit paid for everything, so today and tomorrow's units are kind of free, but we're going to keep with our running total, and we're going to basically see where we're at the end and see if these 3 units were worth it. So stay tuned. I'm going to drive a little bit more in this crazy rain. Beautiful, beautiful Florida sunny rain weather. And get this stuff unloaded, hopefully get there in time before it actually gets ruined, and see if it alters the pricing or anything along those lines of what it is. They are covered. I don't think they're getting wet, but what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? So worst case scenario is just to run to the dump. So, but we'll go from there. We'll see more or less where we're at, and we'll be back.